everybody, welcome to Yap Session number 2. The first Yap Session didn't really help me out, but I mean, at this point, this is all I can really do in terms of like venting, I guess. Also, the Yap Session number 1 did insane numbers, 19 views. I gotta continue the series, Of course, you guys want a part 2. Anyways, so I'm an artist. I have an art account on Instagram called Raise. I'll put on the screen. I started off. I had a dream to like get big, like the next Basquiat, and I would show the world that modern art, it's not as bad as people say it is. At first I wanted to start it with a friend, where we would just like post art stuff. They would post art stuff, like whatever videos or shit they made, and I would post my art. But I mean, it was always just me. They never uploaded on there. It was whatever. The whole point of Raise is to break from tradition, to like do something different than what everyone else is doing, and do something like entirely separate from everything else. And that's kind of like my whole philosophy. Like I want to set myself apart from other people. I don't like I didn't care about how people thought. Like if people thought I was weird, because that was the whole point. The whole point was to be different, to be quote unquote weird. But recently I've just been feeling like I want people to see me for my creativity, because I know I'm a creative person. I don't want people to see that, but that's where like that kind of like that kind of defeats the whole point of my philosophy of like that's kind of like it counters my ideology of setting myself apart. If I want to be seen by other people, but I also want to be different, that kind of just like defeats my whole purpose, I think I've felt this way most with like my art. My art started off as a form of expression. It was like, just a way for me to express my emotions, because I didn't have anyone to talk about them. That's the same reason why I'm making these fucking Yap sessions. But now I've realized that barely anyone likes my art. I post my pieces. They get very little likes. It's always the same 6 people liking my pieces. I know I'm not a big art account. I have like 30 followers, but I know a lot of my followers are active on Instagram. And this all sounds like a whole like. This all sounds like a really petty reason to be sad, but I don't know, man. I mean, like, I get lucky to get 10 likes on my post. Even when I like my post with my other accounts. I have like 2 other accounts that I like my posts on, and I like my own post, and I'm lucky to get 10 likes. I could post my magnum opus. I posted my magnum opus. It didn't get that many likes. I could pour my soul onto this art piece, and it's gonna get 6 likes. And I know people are seeing it because I posted on my story, and I could see the views. So people are seeing it. People are seeing that I'm making art. So it's not like they're just it's not showing up on their feed or anything. Besides art, I also like to write. I have posted a few writings on my account, but they get more likes than my art. I'm not a writer. I'm an artist. I don't wanna be a writer. I'm an artist. That's what I am. But if people like my writing more than my art, and I think that's like a sign for me. Like if people don't like my art, then why would thousands of people like my art? If not even my friends or my followers like my art, then why would everybody else like my art? And so recently I've just been making art, not for the sake of making art, or not to express myself. I've been making art because I want to see it get likes. I'm making art so people will like it. I'm not like pandering to anybody, but I'm making art for the reason for it to get likes. I want to see it get more than like 10 likes. And that's like my goal, I guess. I'm making art so people will like it. So people like my art. So people will like me. And I don't get proud of my pieces anymore. I used to get I used to feel a sense of pride when I would finish an art piece. I used to get excited when I have a really good idea for a piece. But I don't get excited at the idea of even making art. And I hate that. I hate that my art doesn't make me feel good anymore. Art was all I had left. Art was the only thing making me me. That was all I had. I didn't have anything else because I lost all my personality over the last year. Everything else I had, the only thing I have left is art. But I don't even know if people aren't even liking my art. What does that make me? People don't even. If people don't like my art and art is all I have, then what am I? In the future, I want to go to art school. And, like, of course, I'm gonna try to be an artist. Like, at least I have to try. But, I know I probably won't be an artist. I'm not gonna be the next Jean-Michel Basquiat. I'm not gonna be the next, David Choi. So, logically, I'll have to settle for something. I looked at different fields that had to do with art, graphic design. I didn't want to do that. I like art history. So, I guess I had to be a fucking art teacher. That's all I have. I had to be an art teacher. Or art/art history teacher, actually. Maybe, who knows, maybe if there's enough people who care about art history, I'll teach that too. And that's like, to me, that's like so pathetic, man. Like, my future is to be an art teacher. I'm not trying to disrespect art teachers, but I feel like I could be something better. I could be something more. Probably not, actually. No one likes my art, man. So, I think settling to be an art teacher is the best I can do. Besides art, I'm also very proud of my fashion sense. I don't want to go to fashion school, but fashion is something I enjoy. So, I guess I lied. All I have is art and fashion. So, sorry for lying, I guess. As of late, I've been putting on, like, my absolute best outfits. I've been trying so hard to make these insane cool outfits, you know. No one noticed them. Actually, no, I lied. One guy did. Shout out to that one guy. But like, what's the point of doing all of it? Of doing all of that extra outfits and stuff? What's the point of putting on all this stuff? No one's even gonna notice, man. Like, no, it's not gonna make any difference if I like it's not gonna make any difference if I just wore pajamas to school every day. No one's gonna be like, wow, I like your outfit. So I can just wear pajamas every day and no one's not gonna make a huge difference. Because no one's noticing. No one's gonna be disappointed that I'm not wearing an outfit anymore. This last week, I wore 5 different styles. 5 different fucking aesthetics. I put so much effort into making myself seem like this versatile person in terms of style. I wanted people to see how versatile of a person I could be, and no one even noticed. Nobody even said, "Oh, look at your look how drastically different your outfits have been this week." No one noticed. So I didn't have a reason to do that. I only did that because I wanted people to see me. I rely. I need people to recognize my creativity. That's how far gone it is at this point. That's all I have. All I have is just people recognizing me for my artistic ability, I guess. But I mean, no one does. So I mean, there's no purpose for me yet. For me then, no one notices how much effort I put into being creative. So there's no point in me even existing, man. Like, it didn't used to be like this. You know, I used to wear quote unquote girls' clothes and not care. I used to wear cropped tops, and not care. I used to get 6 likes on my post and not care. Now that's all I care about. I can't wear a crop top anymore. I have to get like more than 10 likes. I just can't ignore what people think of me anymore. And that was the one thing that I was proud of myself for. The one thing I was proud of myself for was that I was able to ignore what people said about me. But now I went back on that. I went back on what made me me. My whole philosophy was that my whole philosophy was that I am different from others, but I went back on that, and now I yearn for people to like me. I feel like I lost. So, you know, I don't want to. Maybe if I myself, you know, maybe if I off myself, maybe people will like my art. Maybe people will see my art. You know. I mean, that's how it works. People. I mean, I die, an artist dies, and then he becomes popular. Maybe that's how I will. Maybe that's how I'll make it into the art history books.